Deborah Mauser and Ken St. Jean's are the one that recruited me and roped me in, and I'm very proud to call her my friend and my mentor. So, flame painting titanium. Titanium comes in 12 by 12 sheets. It comes in 22 gauge and 26 gauge. Right now, that's the only gauges that you can buy. If you want to buy any, just get with me later on and I'll tell you where I buy it from. It's a mom and pop shop. It's so mom and pop, they do not do a website, they do not do email. You make a phone call and you place the order. And it's so wonderful. And once you make a phone call, it's like, hey, Miss Delores, what you want? They just know who you are. It's just wonderful. And you can buy rivets from them too, but I buy the titanium from them. Titanium is not as expensive as silver or gold or platinum, but it is expensive. So you want to decide what you're going to do with it before you start getting into it, and go from there. In my class, we just dabble in it. Students only get a 3x3, and the reason why you dabble in my class in this, I want my students to fall in love with it and then take the flame painting from another instructor here at William Holland. I want them to fall in love with my cold connection so they can move on to the silver masters in our class. So far, it's only been one day, and I paid them good money. Flame painting, it will come very, very quickly. The colors will start coming. You'll see some golds, some blues, some purples. If you are very talented and move the flame in different, and sometimes you can get a green. I've only gotten the green one time, but it was pretty. In addition to that, these are samples. You can, if I don't like this, I can start all over. And the heat will start bringing those colors back in. Sometimes, and not on these, but sometimes you'll do the top, you'll turn it over and the bottom's even prettier than the top. Okay.
Does the color wear off or does it stay?
It doesn't wear off, but you still have to store it in tissue paper, store it in cotton, but we do have a coating that I put on, and that just seals the color in. It can be scraped off. So on this piece, I'm going to do a pendant and some earrings. So I want to do the same type of weave back and forth because I want all the colors to be uniform so that I can do a pendant and the two earrings like that piece right there. The golds are starting to come in. Got some purple on the sides. Got some blue on the side. Now when you take the flaming titanium from the instructor here, you make your designs first, you make your bracelets and your pendants first, and then she flame paints. I'd love to find some. See the blue in the middle of the purple? Come on. Put it in water just like you would do if you were annealing copper or silver or any other color.
About what does that piece of metal there cost?
A 12 by 12 right now, when I first started buying it was 80, now it's 96 of a 26 gauge. And then this one. And I'm gonna probably do something right in there and then have something else that has the purples in it. Oh, I should have got a napkin. We'll just let that white. So let me, this one had gotten scraped, thank you. So, I don't want to prove myself wrong and repainting, but let's see. Anybody want to try it? Miss Judy, come on. Come take this, come on. One of y'all come over here and take this over.
Put them
start changing these colors, and it's like that one just started out with the gold and the purples. There's purples coming in. See where the whites are? Let's try and make some different designs. See, I love the edges. I love the gold and the purple and the blues that come through. Ooh, see, that purple is gorgeous. Stop whenever you want. It is fun, and it's easy and it's fun.
It's like a lava lamp, it just kind of changes all the time.
You like it because it warms up your hands.
So what if you just keep on heating and really keep on going, will it just turn blackish?
I don't think it'll turn blackish, but it will start, what's the word? Where it just starts reticulate. It will start to reticulate, I think, if you really get it in there and get it hot. That is a thin piece of metal. It's not very thick. It's very easy to cut with your hand scissors, very easy to saw, very easy with your shears, but the corners get sharp. So you have to be careful on what type of design you want to do.
So you could use the same tools you do for silversmithing?
Yes, ma'am. Yep, same tools. Riveting, you can rivet.
You add texture.
I have never added texture yet, but you might be able to. I've just not done texture on a
I've not seen
titanium.
anybody texture it. It probably just bounces back at you.
And the flame doesn't burn anything around it when you're working on
No, this is a soldering board, and so it's hot. It's not. The first time I did this, I did it on one of our plastic mats that's supposed to be fireproof, and then I touched this, and it was a little warm. I thought, no, Christina's gonna kill me. So I got the. This is heat resistant that you pick up at Home Depot. We have a lot of them in the enamel class, underneath the kiln. So we have 2 of them in our class. So you pick that up.
So if you want to erase what you did,
You just reheat it and get those colors that you want.
So it changes colors. How do you keep the color?
I have a coating that I put over it. Like a,
If it approaches the different colors at different temperatures, so you get to a temperature and you like that color and
you have to back away. You have to back away.
Okay, so what are the colors range?
Golds, and then the purples, and then the blues, and you can get the white. You saw those whites. I have gotten a green, but I think the green was some colors meshing together. Yes. I have gotten, some of these are really, really pretty. This one, these right here were done all the way across the top, so that I can make a pendant and 2 earrings that kind of match. This right here, like I was telling the ladies, that's all leftover pieces. I made other things out of it, but I challenged my students on a Friday to take their scrap boxes and make something of it. That makes them think outside the box, that makes them to design something, and it makes them use their scraps, which I'm really a
Delores,
big fan.
it's like when we used to color copper.
Yes,
If you're
ma'am.
wanting pendants and an earring, you're better off to do the whole sheet and then cut it out.
Yes,
You'll
ma'am.
never get the 2 to match.
No, ma'am, you will not.
If you didn't like the color, can you sand it down?
It's scraped off. I had a piece that was
Maybe
kind of
scrape it
scraped.
off with a tool?
You could, I guess, I've never done it, but if you don't like that color, you just start from the beginning. It's always gonna come out with the silver. Once you start out with the titanium, that first color is always gonna be the golds. And then the longer you keep that flame in there, that purple comes in, and then the blue comes in, and then it gets white.
So is that like an oxidation?
So last week they had during show and tell a lighter version, so just not further away.
Further away, or sometimes glowing oxygen, and sometimes a different type of flame. Like if you were doing flame painting from Mr. Hahn, what's his first name? Bob Hahn. He uses 2 different types of flame to do the different designs.
Butane, right?
This is just
If you
butane.
use acetylene, is it different from propane? Would that affect the color?
I've used propane and it didn't, but I've not used that first one. He is more direct on how to design things, but he also flame paints with copper, not the titanium. We flame paint on copper in my class, but the colors don't come out like this. And then you get lucky in that copper foil painting. It's like you just do it and then you just get lucky. Any more questions? Very simple, very easy, very fun.
Thank you, Dolores.
Thank you.